Hey guys, it's Yolanta from Soullight Space. I am astrologer, and in this video I would like to explain you what is actually going on in the world right now, energetically speaking, using astrology to describe this all, because astrology is just that's the language of symbols describing what kind of energy is now affecting collective. So I hope that with some awareness, some consciousness, you guys listening to this video, understanding energies, you will have the chance to choose better, to not jump into the hole of conflict, of polarity, of divided society fighting with each other. That's what people in power wants. They want us to have no power, so then they will have more power. That's quite simple. Society is the natural opposition to governments, people in power, leaders. So we are kind of like this point of fear for them as well. If we will have a lot of power, if we will feel hopeful, motivated, full of action, full of positive thoughts, we will have just more strength to say no to certain things. And if we gonna be fearful, scared to death almost, having panic attacks, living with anxiety like many people are living right now due to what is going on in media, what kind of messages are coming to us daily, right? People having this state of mind, this state of emotions, they will have no power to say no, to do any sort of revolution, rebellion, to protest. And that will empower leaders, people in power. Pluto in Capricorn, power in hands of government. Right now Pluto is in final degrees of Capricorn, so it's really starting to get wild here, especially at 29 degree. Pluto will be there in the end of the year. That's or maybe in January. Sorry, right now, like, I don't have any script to make this video. I don't have exact dates of transits in front of me. I'm just saying things from my heart with, a big picture kind of approach. So of course every detail about, the exact day when certain degree, certain planet is in certain degree, those things I share on my platforms, Instagram, Facebook, on my blog. So if you wish, I already actually posted a lot of things about that, so you can just follow me there. Links to all my social media places are in the description box. And also I offer readings as astrologer, so if you wish to know how transits are affecting you on your personal level, then you can book a reading with me. I do one-to-one sessions online worldwide, so you can be from any part of the world, and just meet with me and see your chart and see what you can do with the energies affecting you right now. Or we can start from the beginning, just discovering your natal chart, who you actually are, what is your karmic mission here, what your soul craves to learn in this lifetime, and what you need to release in this lifetime. Where is your shadow work place, in which area of your life your shadow might be mostly affecting you. And I like to bring this awareness about unconscious things to my clients. So if you like deep approach, if you want to develop psychologically speaking, if you want to work with your emotions, if you want to improve yourself, then here I am. This is the type of astrology I use the most. And you can see my offer on my website, see who I am, what is my approach. You can see reviews of my clients. Everything is in the description box, so I don't want to waste time talking about that. Everything is already prepared for you on my website. And now let's continue. So I was talking about Pluto in Capricorn ending the cycle and on the way to start the cycle in Aquarius. That's a powerful thing because we will have the switch of power here. Pluto gives power. being in Capricorn now, governments, institutions, leaders, people high in hierarchy, Capricorn, those traditional leaders, you know, from the old system, because Capricorn rules that tradition, something old. Those people are now in power with Pluto. But at the same time, Pluto is giving power, but also showing the truth, taking those dirty things to the light. So right now we also see that in society, many people are starting to wake up and see who those leaders truly are, what kind of hidden intentions they have. We are discovering a lot about, you know, secrets. Also, you know, there's a lot of this conspiracy theory movement, but from my experience, because I'm definitely interested in that since always, I see that usually those conspiracy theories, they end up being truth, just like that. And that's why I would have an open mind. I would try not to judge anything before this is not confirmed. And just try to be open-minded, like Aquarius is. That's a very open-minded energy. Always searching for information, very intellectual, futuristic approach to information. And Pluto will be in Aquarius for the next 20 years, starting from next year. So we are really on the way to huge shifts. Pluto from this old system of Capricorn, switching towards this new system of Aquarius. And Aquarius is the most developed in this is like pure innovation, you know, change, also revolution, something totally new, connected to future, not to the past. Capricorn is more rooted in the past, in old system, old rules, old traditions. We just, in Capricorn, we do things just as our ancestors used to do things. With Aquarius, expect the unexpected, because Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. So this is the most important thing for us all to know, that we are now really ending the cycle of Pluto in Capricorn, that it is there from 2008, when the financial crisis started. So it's a lot about making transformation through death and rebirth, just like Pluto do. It's like destruction and something new is born. That's the Pluto cycle. If you went through any Pluto transit in life, you know, Pluto affecting your natal placement or your angles, then you know what I'm talking about. This is like true death and rebirth. Phoenix, rising phoenix journey. First ashes and then some empowerment. And right now, Pluto is doing this to our governments, institutions, and politicians. All those people who are really like they have high position in hierarchy. So this is coming to an end, but that means that, you know, now Pluto will intensify this journey, and you know, the energy is already felt also by those people who are now representing Capricorn, and you can see that there is some sort of desperation going on right now. Like, you know, control is growing from 2020. If you can see how society was being treated by governments, so much control, so much like, you know, just, you know, censorship, for example, increased a lot in internet. Free speech is not allowed anymore. It never was, but it was never so bad like it is now. I get shadow banned so often on my social media for saying what I am saying, if that's something against the mainstream news, kind of. So it's really showing me that there is a desperation on that other side, just like if they feel like the end is coming and they need to save the situation, they need to keep the power with themselves somehow. So what they can do: pandemic, one war, another war, keeping people in fear, showing very drastic events, also making all this narrative in media in such a way that we divide into groups fighting one with another. I am pro this and you are pro that, so then we are fighting because I don't accept your opinion and you don't accept mine. So then, society is looking like this right now. Politics, your side in this Middle East situation going on right now, fights, fights, and fights, aggression, even in comment section on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, people fighting like crazy. The war is everywhere, and it's also verbal war, and it's all sparked by the manipulation that the media is doing to us, and media is ruled by those people in power that have now Pluto on their side, Pluto in Capricorn, and this is coming to an end. Let's see how it goes, but I expect that we are heading towards a big revolution on this planet, and that's why right now things are so turbulent. Because I also believe that all this is serving for something. It's a very cruel lesson, very drastic, but maybe that's the only way to wake us up. Maybe we need some drastic experiences, some very intense emotions to understand that this world is deeply sick right now, and people ruling this world are also the toxin here. That's the reason why this world is like that. So I feel like this is a part of this Pluto in Capricorn. It's gonna teach us a lot about our leaders in the next few months. November, December, January, that's Pluto in Capricorn ending cycle. And then Pluto will return one more time, just one more time in 2024 again in fall for a very short time. But, like 2024 in general, it's already mostly Pluto in Aquarius, the new cycle. So this can really be felt like a huge reset, like a great reset. That's what they call what is happening right now. It's gonna be like really we're gonna see the destruction of old system and the new system starting slowly to emerge, because Pluto is very slow. It's the slowest planet, and the cycle of Pluto in one sign it really develops in a slow motion. It's not like suddenly the whole new world will be here and 2024 will be like a totally new planet. No, it doesn't work like that. You can see how long the process of transforming economy, finances, institutions, politicians, how long does it take from 2008, where in 2008 we started the financial crisis that we are still dealing with until now. So that's our first important thing to know, that in the big picture we are really switching in a huge way what is happening right now on Earth, and this can really feel intense. Power struggles, fighting for your position, not wanting to lose your position, so you increase your tactics, strategy to keep this power with you. I'm talking right now about politicians. So that's why you can see all that is happening right now in the world through this perspective. They are desperate, and they need to do something to keep us in this obey mode, right? But Pluto in Aquarius will switch this power towards us, and it's gonna ask us to make revolution, to show that the power, the true power on this planet is in our hands, society. And I also that's what I suspect, that big people in power, they use astrology, because what they are doing is so aligned with transits that I'm just speechless. And it is actually confirmed that some politicians, they do use astrology to choose dates for certain events and stuff. or maybe some of them, they are just unconscious about energies, but energy is here anyways, and it's gonna work, about energy or not. People who doesn't know anything about astrology, they still have manifestation of transits in their life. That's also what I'm observing. So it's just working. It is what it is, um, so yeah, look at this from that side, that our task as society right now, with Pluto being soon in Aquarius, is to build a strong community with our most important values with Aquarius. It should be equality, community, friendship, intellectual approach to things, not so emotional, not so dramatic. We should have some more distance to what is going on, so then our mind becomes clear, still. And when you have a still mind, you can see things from a more rational and more pure way. Emotions, they usually bring chaos, and we start to see things, through some sort of fog, mental fog, confusion. That's the shadow side of Pisces, a very emotional sign that often deals with confusion, mental fog, due to so many emotions, waves. So that's the lesson here, guys. If we understand what Pluto can give to us as society, how much power we can get. That's the energy. Last time this transit was here when French Revolution happened. So that says a lot, right? In what kind of energy we are going to be in the next 20 years. So we should not give up now. We should not let the fear stop us. We should not let governments and media divide us. We should step away from any conflict going on right now on Earth. We should really try to head towards unity, to make this world a sort of community, global community. We are all humans in the end. And all this game of nationalities, flags, even cities in one nation, cities are also, fighting sometimes. Conflict, competition, combative energy is the energy that you really want to avoid now. You don't want to increase this energy on Earth right now, trust me. I see what kind of transits are happening and what kind of transits are coming, in the future, near future, next year and next few years. It's really, with those energies, you want to be careful. You don't want to let the hate and aggression rule this game, because if we enter this realm of Mars, Aries is ruled by Mars. Now we have North Node being in Aries. So it's increasing the energy of war, aggression, anger. People are more impulsive, explosive. They don't control themselves in the shadow side. Now I'm just explaining the North Node in shadow in Aries. Because it has a lot of wonderful qualities as well. I'm gonna also mention that. So guys, really, peace and love, that should be our journey. If you are a person that is working on yourself, self-developing yourself, working on your emotions, then I would focus on anger right now. Try to channel your anger in a healthy way. For example, unhealthy way with anger is that you keep it to yourself. You don't express your true feelings. When, for example, someone is crossing your boundaries, you say nothing, and this anger is accumulating inside of you, and then one day you truly explode with all this accumulation there on somebody who is doesn't even have something to do with your frustration. Cashier in the grocery store, that's a very typical thing. We need to learn how to deal with our emotions. We need to express every feeling. We need to let this out, but without harming other people on the process. So I would try to do that. You can also see where is Mars in your chart, what kind of anger issues you might have with your Mars, how your Mars is aspected, in which house is that. Often Mars in Libra or Mars in 12th house brings issues with anger. This issue I explained before, accumulating this energy, not showing this energy to others because you don't want to create conflict, but also you need to channel this because this energy is there inside. It has to go out. And then that's the true peaceful energy that you have. Not hiding your anger, but expressing it without creating a war. So that's our collective lesson right now with North Node in Aries. This North Node is there since July 2023, and it was especially triggered now in October, and it's going to stay with us till January 2025. So that's 18 months of increased potential for conflicts, both in the world but also in our private life. So be aware of that. Try to find balance between your anger and between peace. Try to find balance between your self-centered energy of I want this, I am, me, myself, and I. And on the other hand, we have we with Libra, relationships, partnerships, also in business, love life. We are trying to balance you with others. And that's the North Node, South Node journey here. Unfortunately, on the collective level, we can see that so far this North Node is really increasing the shadow side of Aries. That's why people are so fiery right now, and also there's some lack of this peaceful approach of Libra. Libra wants justice, equality. Libra wants peace. Libra wants harmony in the world. It's the sign of beauty. It's the sign of creating beautiful, peaceful, harmonious relationships, connections with other people. And with our Aries being on the other side of this axis, we have aggression, energy of Mars, energy of war, energy of being very competitive. And the good side of this North Node is that it gives us a lot of courage. It gives us the bravery to take risks, to start new things, to do things independently, to become more autonomous, and to focus more also on yourself in your connections. So then you don't lose yourself. Your needs are also respected with North Node in Aries. And you also learn to express yourself in a more direct way with this North Node in Aries. While Libra could sometimes go around, not saying directly when she's, for example, frustrated or unhappy, because she doesn't want to destroy relationship. And now we are learning that we can live with both worlds at the same time. Like our needs, our boundaries with Aries, they can be respected. We can express when we don't like something, but at the same time, it should not destroy Libra energy of partnerships. We need to bring this Aries into partnerships and create balance, middle point where this Libra Aries can meet. And that's also the collective energy. I mean, that's the lesson. This is the karmic lesson for us all globally. And that's why this conflict probably started right now as an initiation, like a catalyst of what this journey is all about. It's, Libra Aries is the axis of peace and war. Venus and Mars, connections and your individual needs. Selfishness in the shadow side of Aries, right? And people pleasing in the shadow side of Libra. So those themes now will be very activated by eclipses. We already saw October 14th, that was the eclipse that activated this process. We're gonna have more eclipses in those signs next year. The first one is coming on April 8th, I believe. and that's a heavy one. It's going to be in Aries. It's going to be in conjunction to Chiron, the point of wound, unfortunately, but also healer, giving this potential to heal something, you know, like with Chiron, you need to experience pain to know how to heal. And Chiron being in Aries in conjunction, exact conjunction to exact, I believe. I need to check, you know, I don't want to lie to you now. I will check it, you know, but let me see the eclipse April 8th. For sure there is exact conjunction 19 degree in Aries happening in April. Give me a second. I will drink my tea. By the way, thank you so much to all of you who sponsored me a cup of warm tea for all this service I'm doing to you. Trust me, it's not easy to guide collective through such heavy times. I'm also affected by energies, by eclipses. It's very, very intense for me as well. But I want to help people. I want people also to know what is actually going on. So I found the chart for April 8th. So yeah, if you value what I do, feel free to support me. You know, that's a very beautiful energy of, you know, thank you, Yolanta. Just like that. That's how I treat it. It's very nice anytime somebody is like, here you go, a cup of hot tea for you. And then I drink this cup and I think about the person that offered me that. So you can do it through PayPal donation. The link is also in the description box. So cheers. And let's come back here. Okay, so April 8th. Yes. New moon in Aries. So moon, sun together at 19 degree with Chiron 90 degree. Oh, and 19 degree in degree theory is the degree of Libra. So it's really powerful because it's like unifying what it's exactly what I just said. There is a pain now in the world because of this Aries Libra axis activated that showed us that there is no true peace in this world. And Chiron is showing the wound of that, is showing us pain, is bringing sorrow around this matter. People are in pain now because probably most of us, we would like to really live in peace, having a normal, calm life, having some daily simple joys every day. Now we were learning this with North Node in Taurus, this carpe diem energy to really focus on simple pleasures, having some, you know, nice environment around you, working in your garden, going to nature, having a peaceful job, having safety, building this energy of stability and peace in your life. That was North Node in Taurus. And now with North Node in Aries, you know, we are learning to be more independent, autonomous, but collectively speaking, we are facing conflicts, world conflicts happening right now. You know, it looks challenging, this eclipse. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't want you guys also to live in some sort of illusion and la la land. There is already a lot of this going on in the spiritual world where people are just, you know, living in this light and love kind of bubble. I mean, look at this world. Look how this world truly looks like. And Saturn is in Pisces right now, and I'm speaking at the very beginning of Pisces. It came back. It started to be in Pisces in March 2023. Then it went into retrograde motion. So, you know, it was, let me see, how was the direction? I'm not doing YouTube videos often, and I don't remember. I believe it's here. The further motion, future is here. So Saturn in March went direct in Pisces. It started to be in Pisces, and then retrograde motion, it started to move backwards. So we had this process of, you know, reflecting, coming back to the past, seeing actually our past approach to Pisces energy, and now we are back to zero again. And now in November, Saturn is moving direct again, and we're gonna move through the same cycle one more time. and Saturn in Pisces is breaking those illusions, is showing us that the spiritual bypassing, escaping from reality leads to nowhere, because you are lost in reality and you just live in the clouds, and the real life is just, going, passing through, and you are not participating in reality. You are living in your own fantasy world, which is also nice. I mean, who doesn't like to listen to some favorite song and dream, or go for a walk and daydream while watching the beauty of nature? I love it myself. I'm a 12th house stellium, so you don't need to say how wonderful it is to be in this Pisces metaphysical, magical state of mind, but we also need to taste the reality of things. And right now Saturn is moving there, and it's gonna be there for the next 2.5 years, showing us where we kind of failed in our spirituality, where we went too much into this illusion of spirituality, and we now have to show practical approach to that, show that we are spiritual in daily life by helping others in reality, not just creating beautiful pictures in the internet with some quotes and living just there, and spreading love and light. We need to go back to earth with this now. And Saturn is this illusion breaker energy right now. So that's another difficult point for humanity, because we are really starting to see how we've been self-sabotaging ourselves, how we've been lying to ourselves, how we've been seeing things through pink-colored glasses, how we've been also avoiding responsibility, avoiding healing, how we've been maybe using addictions like alcohol, drugs, or even, I don't know, gaming, escaping into movies, art, how we've been doing that in order to avoid responsibility. And now this can be painful when Saturn will be here in Pisces. I mean, it is here already. Probably you are feeling this since March, that there's some sort of serious energy, some pressure, kind of like a strict teacher coming into your Pisces realm and pushing you to grow, pushing you to work hard, pushing you to be systematic, and also maybe showing you some harsh lessons in your Pisces house. So I have video about Saturn in Pisces, so I'm not gonna explain so much here, because the material is already done. It was done in spring this year, so you can also see how much of what I was talking about before Saturn entered Pisces, how much of this actually truly happened already in the world. I was talking about migration crisis, I was talking about borders that might be closed, so they would start to be like more restrictions on borders due to this migration energy. Also, Pisces is compassion, helping others, helping people in very poor state of life, sick, ill. Saturn is restricting now this endless compassion. And you can see that governments are also starting to refuse to, for example, take more refugees, refuse to pay them, refuse to help in those social supportive matters. So it is happening. And also I see in the spiritual community that people really started to be like they started to be really responsible for what they are doing. They started to bring more structure, more order, me included. I stopped doing tarot, for example, with this transit. So that's interesting that you are starting to evaluate your methods for spiritual development, what you truly want to do, what is not your thing to do. Saturn is usually removing from your life what is not for you, right? Saturn return, that's the biggest manifestation of that. Very often people are like really quitting old life with Saturn return, because they face the truth and they see that no, that's not for me. So with Saturn being in Pisces, I find it that's a very harsh energy, at least for me. I can feel that, me being 12th houser, that's the energy of Pisces. So I definitely have some things to master with Saturn here, if that's the energy I use so much. I can admit that I was using a lot of escapism tendencies, like travel to foreign countries, avoiding this harshness of reality, which is, for example, my family. Uh, and this year, once Saturn entered Pisces, I was kind of pushed to deal with what I was trying to escape from. So that's very, very interesting, I think. Uh, if you want, you can let me know how do you feel with the Saturn in Pisces since March? How your life has changed? What kind of new structure, new order, new ways of doing things you are implementing with this Saturn? If you are evaluating yourself, it can be also very self-critical, so watch out with that. We can really become very harsh with ourselves, but at the same time, Saturn is helping you grow like no other planet. It's really bringing so much determination and hard work to your energy that now really this Pisces realm can be polished for the next 2.5 years for us all. But again, that's quite depressive energy. Saturn, it's not the energy of Jupiter. Jupiter likes to see things in a very positive way, and it always see things, as more optimistic. And Saturn can, make you feel sad, lonely. You might feel like there's always some obstacle. You finish one thing and another thing appears. So keep that in mind, that Saturn is now in a very sensitive energy, so it can be a little bit harder for us to keep our mental health in the right place. But at the same time, that's like with dentist. When you have the pain, then finally, even though you don't like to go to dentist, if the pain is too strong, you will go there and heal. And the same is with Saturn. If you've been avoiding certain things, but Saturn knows that you need to go through them in order to heal and evolve, then you're gonna face it now. And trust me, after the process, we will all feel like it was really needed. This karmic lesson, it was needed. So very interesting time to live. So you see, Saturn and Pluto, they switched signs this year, and I was talking about that in my Astrology 2023 video for this year. So you can also watch this on my YouTube channel to see if I was right. You can kind of like examine my predictions. And also, that's a nice way to wrap up this year, as we are soon actually ending this year. It's just 2 months left. So we can start to reflect how those transits were actually activating you along this year. Because I explained with dates what was happening month by month. The most important things, of course, not detailed things. So I invite you also to search for other videos in my channel and work with your natal chart using the information that I provide in my videos. So yeah, April 8th, if you think that this eclipse was hard, then the April 8th eclipse is like hold my beer. Yeah, Aries, Chiron, North nodes all together. Stellium in Aries, also Venus will be in Aries in that day. Mars will be conjunct Saturn on this eclipse, the Saturn energy that I just mentioned, right? So there will be also strong focus on this Saturn energy, very karmic energy, delivering consequences of your actions in your Pisces house. So my advice would be to really work with your Pisces energy when Saturn is there. Find where Pisces is in your chart and really do your best to grow, evolve, and be responsible there. And the same time, the same day when we have eclipse, we have this another important transit of Jupiter Uranus, creating conjunction together with Mercury retrograde, all in Taurus. Taurus rules prices, food, economy, land, resources as well. It looks interesting. I don't want to say much, because I also don't know exactly how this energy will be manifested. I don't know who's gonna rule the world, who will decide about what. If I would be the ruler of the world, I know what to do with this chart as astrologer to use it for the best of us all. It's very clear for me that this energy can definitely be used in a positive way, especially in your individual life. So if you're interested, you can also book time with me. And if you wish, I can explain you during transit reading, or maybe the reading for next year. I can explain you what this eclipse means in your particular case, because it's a very big thing going on here. Just wow. I cannot stop staring at this chart. It's like just Aries, 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 Aries. Wow. A minute of silence for for this eclipse. No, seriously, I will drink a little bit of this tea that one of you guys today donated for me, with the best wishes for this person. You know who you are. So thank you so much. Many blessings to you, everybody who are donating, who are supporting me, who are writing comments with kindness, with support. You have no idea how much I need it. I'm working alone, many hours per day creating content for you, because I truly want us all to know what is going on, so we can direct this energy, this very challenging energy, into something good. So any kind message is really like a fuel to my soul, and I feel like it's really worth to sacrifice so many things in my life in order to provide the service, because maybe more people will wake up before it's too late. I said one thing incorrectly. In general, you must know that I'm very much affected by eclipses. I'm having sleeping problems and eating problems for like 2 weeks, so I'm also very weak, physically speaking, and at the same time very awakened mentally. But I do feel the chaos, and I sometimes make mistakes now. They're kind of like a Mercury retrograde. This conjunction of Jupiter Uranus on eclipse on April 8th, it's just conjunction of Jupiter Uranus in terms of Taurus, and this Mercury retrograde that I mentioned, it's at 24 degree, but Aries. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 placements in Aries on eclipse in Aries, and Pluto will be in Aquarius that time. Let's take a deep breath. That's why, you see, guys, that's why I'm really asking you all the time, choose peace, be kind, be peaceful. Don't feed this energy of anger. Don't feed this energy of aggression. Don't let the war become the main energy on our planet, because really it's really on the way to get wild here on this planet. And remember, the energy of Aries is also spring, new start, new beginning, beautiful enthusiasm. That's the energy of March, of spring, first day of spring. That's also the time when we have the start of new astrological year. We set new intentions, we plant new seeds. We can choose better. We can use Aries in this beautiful, enthusiastic way to create something beautiful. And let's focus on that. Let's make our daily actions focused on peace. Libra is now really decreased by South Node. We have less Libra on Earth, less peace, less justice, less equality, less diplomacy, less mediation, less collaboration, less cooperation. less partnerships. So I also expect partnerships to be destroyed between countries during this time, together with what is happening in Middle East. So we need to help this Libra energy. We need to increase that by our own actions. You are a part of collective. Me, you, every single person watching this, every single person not watching this. We are all like drops of the same ocean, and every drop matters. If the drop is poisonous, the whole ocean can be also toxic. But if we are clear, pure, if we have good intentions, if we care about each other, if we are compassionate, then this ocean of humanity will also become more peaceful, more harmonious, more beautiful. And really, we cannot let the situation going on right now in the world steal this hope from us that this world will be just destroyed and that's it. We need to trust. We need to have hope. That's it. Without hope, there is no action, because you just don't believe that there is any point to do something. You need to keep the faith. Work on your energy, work on your self-development, ground your energy during this time, practice some meditation, go to nature, focus on beauty of the world, which is always here, beautiful sunset, flowers, forest. Go there and see that this world is still beautiful and it's worth fighting for. Fight for peace. Don't fight with each other. Don't fight with your neighbor, with your family. Don't fight with yourself. The only enemy in this world is, in my opinion, all that Pluto in Capricorn is representing right now. I already said who's that. So watch out what kind of actions our big leaders are doing right now. And remember that true power is in people being united, not in people being divided. Don't let them do this to our society, because then they will win. That's the thing. I also have to mention that we will have Saturn Neptune conjunction in Aries at 0 degree in 2026. 2 years from now, more than 2 years, two with 2 months. I think it's going to be in February 26, 2026 when we have this conjunction. I have a video about that as well. I think it's in Saturn in Pisces and Pluto in Aquarius. You can watch those videos. They are really they have so much information. I really recommend you to watch. I was preparing those videos with all my heart and soul, and it's really mind-blowing what is coming. But you see, in 2026 there is such a rare conjunction with 2 big planets, Neptune, Saturn in Aries, the first sign of the zodiac, at the first degree of the zodiac in astrology, the brand new beginning. Some new thing will emerge, maybe new order, new world order. So let's see how it goes. But there is a big action going on in Aries for the next few years. And remember that Aries in the shadow side is war. So it's up to us, up to humanity, what we're gonna do with this planet, right? Also, I expect more problems with fire, because Aries is the cardinal fire, the start of the fire, initiation. So it can also bring more events related to some explosions, to fire and things like that. Yeah, I'm just looking all the time at this eclipse. Okay, forget it. Anyways, just to summarize October, because October is the month when I am now recording. So we had 2 eclipses, and the first one was in Libra on October 14th, and few days before that we had Pluto squaring Mars, which is the aspect of war. And on October 7th, that was the first initiation of what we are experiencing, watching now in Middle East. So the astrology, just that was a pure manifestation of Mars squaring Pluto. and Mars was in Libra. And in general, in October, we had a bunch of planets in Libra moving through South Node. South Node decrease. It's the energy of release, letting go, past. So this South Node activating Libra energy basically removed peace from our Earth. I mean, not removed, but decreased that. And that's why this explosion of events in Middle East happened together with what I'm just saying. And a few days later, we had eclipse in Libra, the sign of peace, starting new cycle with the new moon in Libra. But Libra is now under the South Node energy, less Libra. So that's the cycle for the next, how many months? 15 months, maybe 14 months. Yeah, till January 2025. This is the energy. I mean, it can be a little bit longer because eclipses, they last longer than just, it's not like eclipse is on that day and that's it. The energy unfolds for 6 months. So we're gonna still see further movement of this eclipse for the next 6 months. But till January 2025, as I mentioned, we are now in the cycle of decrease of Libra qualities in the world. That's why it's up to us to stay with peace and really don't let peace go away. And it all starts with you. You can reflect, how do you treat people in your daily life? How do you deal with your anger issues? How do you behave even when you drive your car? If you are like aggressive, combative, if you are like, pushing people to go faster, if you are like yelling at people, calling them names, if you are impatient, those are shadow sides of Aries. And now they're gonna increase also in you if you have those unhealed qualities of Aries. If you are not aware of yourself, then those problems might increase also in your daily life. That's why, guys, it's all about awareness and conscious life. That's what can save us. November is starting now. Scorpio season, Mars in Scorpio. We're gonna have some difficult transits of Saturn. So this month can be quite challenging as well. New moon in Scorpio, that's another one that it's quite challenging because we have new moon in Scorpio in conjunction to Mars in Scorpio. Yes, opposite Uranus. So that's a big deal. That's definitely, especially for the global situation. As right now we have Middle East when I'm recording. I don't know what's going to happen next, but that's a big energy of turbulence, aggression, hidden strategic action, doing something behind the scenes with Scorpio. Also can be connected to gas, to underworld resources, underground underworld too, because Scorpio rules shadow work. So it's also connected to our underworld, psychologically speaking. So interesting times, but we are right after a very powerful eclipse season. We can still have hangover after this energy. We can still feel tired, with mood swings, problems with sleeping, eating, headaches. The energy is still here of the eclipses. So be gentle with yourself. Try to rest. Try to focus on your mental health on the first place. If you feel like it's just too much for you, just turn off your phone. Don't watch all those drastic things going on. Try to focus on your energy. Always treat yourself as a part of a big organism, that it's very important. And if you will fail, if your energy will collapse, then you will affect the whole collective, the whole organism, the humanity. So treat yourself with self-care. Treat yourself like somebody who's very valuable, who has a lot of power to change the situation with your own vibration, with your own actions. And remember that media is not the source of information. Media is the source of manipulation. And the goal of media, in my opinion, is to keep us stuck in the fearful position, so then we have no power to, as I mentioned before, make a revolution. Remember, Pluto in Aquarius, that's French Revolution energy. And I am sure that some people in power, they know about this. So they will try to do everything possible to control us, to make us be scared and fearful. And just like it happened in 2020 with people being stuck at home, not knowing what's next, and living in panic and fear. Don't let them do this again to us. We should have our lessons learned after 2020. North Node was in Gemini that time. We had a big lesson about media. Gemini rules media and information. And I hope that you all guys learned that media is not our friend. Media is our enemy. Okay? Try to find search by yourself in different sources of information, and don't let them again divide us as society. Anytime you touch the energy of anger, aggression, and conflict now, you are supporting war. And trust me, transits for the next couple of years are not peaceful, unfortunately. It doesn't mean that we're gonna have this event or that event. I cannot predict that. I cannot say what exactly will happen, how this energy will manifest. I can only tell you how is the nature of this energy, and what we're gonna do with this energy, how the world will use it. It's up to us. So that's all I have for you for now, because it's almost 1 hour that I'm speaking, so probably I will soon lose the memory on my phone, like always, and then there is a video without saying goodbye. But yeah, so cheers guys. I'm sending you a lot of beautiful vibration, a lot of peace, a lot of good, beautiful, positive thoughts. I hope that all of us will live soon in a better world. Try to grow peace in your life, in your daily life, and don't let the fear eat you alive. This is Scorpio season, and this is the time of transforming shadows into light. Focus on light. Focus on whatever, anything that is dark presented to you during this time can be transformed. And sometimes Scorpio shows us shadows and dark side of humanity, so we have more awareness and we can decide to turn this into something better, into the light. So light space, wishing you light. See you next time. If you like my videos, please like. You can comment. How do you feel after those eclipses? How do you feel in those times? Do you feel this stressful, intensive, fearful collective energy going on? If you want, you can share how is your experience with Saturn in Pisces. What has changed in your approach to emotions and spirituality, maybe to astrology? And I'm very curious how you guys are, how you are doing. Any kind of astrological share is valuable for me, so please do that. You can subscribe to my channel. Remember to follow me on Instagram, where I keep you updated daily almost, so it's worth to follow. You have your astrology forecast there. I also have newsletter in case Instagram or Facebook it's gonna die or something will happen that I would just not continue being on those platforms, which is possible with Pluto in Aquarius, death and rebirth. So just in case, guys, if you want to keep me somewhere in your contacts, then just subscribe to my newsletter. Right now I'm not creating newsletters, but I will send you something special for this for those upcoming months. Maybe some special newsletter about 2024. Maybe I will send you some dates for the next year to keep in mind. a lot of things are in my mind, so it's also worth to subscribe. You can leave me your email. It's on my website, the newsletter. So just to stay in touch, just in case, because I don't know what this Pluto in Aquarius will bring. Okay, so ground yourself, meditate, and again, Soul Light Space wishing you light. Bye bye. Thank you for watching.